Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fiber Dragon, episode 4, 5. What did it? 5. Episode 5. I'm Aikika, and welcome to my live stitch with me today. Yeah, I will tell you about the project first, and then we will get into details about everything else. So, as usual, I am working on Curiosity. The artwork is by Amy Brown, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I am working on 28 count even weave fabric, and the color I believe is Antique Rose. One of these days I'll remember to look that up, but no promises. And I am using the called for DMC. And we will be listening to Spirit City Lo-Fi, which allows me to stream music. So hopefully, I think I figured it out so that you guys can hear it too. We'll see. And today I will be working on this little tip of the wing and also her feet. You can kind of see the shadowing of her tights coming in down here of where her other foot is. And hopefully we'll make some good progress today. My goal every day is 250 stitches. I definitely have not made that on stream yet, but I have made it during the day. Of course, I didn't yesterday. Yesterday, I ended up not feeling well, and it was a doozy, but I did figure it out. I figured out what was wrong, and I'm feeling much better today. So, good news. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start getting stitching. Oh, you can really see the ladybug today. I realized last time I pointed that out, you couldn't really see it. But yeah, I love that little ladybug. And I love her tights. I love that the flowers came out. They definitely came out better than I thought they were going to. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so I'm going to turn on my Lo-Fi session. You'll have to tell me if you all can hear it or if you all like it and if I should keep it. But it does help me focus, and it also helps when I'm not feeling very chatty to do that. So normally I try to go page by page, but in this particular area, I am definitely breaking all the rules and just kind of following where the lines go. You'll notice there's a stitch way up here. That one is way off the page, but it was in a color that I had going. It was, in theory, an easy count to get to. I guess we'll find out when I get up there if that is the case. I do use Markup RXP for my stitching. I do love having the digital patterns. I know that Pattern Keeper is free, and I'm definitely leaning towards maybe trying to break away from RXP. Not because I dislike it. I do like it very much. But with them not making any active changes or anything, it seems odd that it is a yearly fee. It seems very strange to me. But what do I know? I've certainly never made an app, so I guess I can't be too judgmental. I don't think I ever will. I'm not sure that that is a talent in my wheelhouse, ever. Never say never, I guess. Trying to relearn. I have the digital, that's a little loud for me, the digital version of a board game. And the game is called Wingspan. And I have tried to learn how to play it once before, and I thought I understood it, but there's so many nuances and so many things and so many different cards. It's essentially a card game, but it's about birds and nature. It's really cool. But I just can't seem to wrap there's too many. I'm not going to go and say like I am full blown dyslexic or anything, but there are definitely times where I flip things around, and that game has a lot of things that my brain will flip around. So I've been struggling. I think maybe if I sit down and really, I was thinking, you know what, maybe I'll watch some YouTube videos of people playing it, like actual gameplay. And maybe that's how I'll start to figure it out. Because that's actually how I figured out how to play Dungeons and Dragons, was watching other people play. Although to be fair, I had wanted to play that game for so long and was very intimidated by a giant book of rules. And then I think my kiddo was maybe 8 at the time. Maybe he was somewhere between 8 and 10. Not exactly sure how old he was. No, he couldn't have been 10. There's no way. He was definitely younger. 7 or 8? He must have been 8. But anyway, him and a couple of his friends started playing. I was like, what? My mind exploded. I was like, all right, if 8-year-olds can play this, surely I can figure out how to play this game. And I did. And of course, you can just jump right in and start playing, sort of, if you're with somebody that knows how to play. However, there are a lot of nuances. There's still stuff. There are people that are way better at making characters than I am. Oh, speaking of Dungeons and Dragons, I finally played a game again. Hooray! It was so much fun. We played on Monday, and I played Bruxacraft, my ghost witch. 1, 2, and that's 3. 1, 2, that's 3. And it was so good to get together and play again. I really enjoy playing with that group of people. We had some good laughs. The game got started very late, though. Part of it was because I had an obligation beforehand, and then, like, it just was weird. We had a hard time getting started, but we did, and we played, and it was funny. And there was one point, so one of the people switched characters fairly early on in the game because he wasn't enjoying his character. And that's totally understandable, right? It's a game. You should be having fun. But his original character was kind of tied up with my character. Like they knew each other and were going to work together towards an end goal. And so I like to give him grief sometimes, just joking, because obviously I don't mind at all that he changed characters. I want him to have fun. But all these characters were writing letters. All of our characters, for some reason, were writing letters to people. Just a random role play that kind of popped out. So I said that Bruxa, my witch, was writing a letter to his original character to tell him that she was, super important. She's what, a bloodlord now, which is like someone that helps run the city. And she was going to put a price on his head for for reneging on his contract. It was funny. It made me have a good little giggle. So yesterday was crazy, right? I got on stream and I was feeling a little off. I was having a headache, but I had taken some Tylenol. I was feeling a little off, but I knew that. That happens sometimes, and you can push through a lot of times. And it just got shockingly worse really quickly. So I ended the stream, tried all these things to try and, what am I doing? To figure out what was wrong and what was going on. See, I forget to mark things and then I get lost when I'm talking. And nothing was working. And then I finally was just like, okay, I'm going to go hop in the shower, try and clear my head a little bit, see what the heck is going on. Oh no, do I have 2 stitches in the wrong spot? 1, 2. No, I'm good. I'm just not putting stitches where they belong. It's fine. I'm sure it'll all work out in the end, right? I really don't want these streams to turn into, oh, look, I did everything wrong and had to redo it off screen. Anyway, I went and took a shower, and then all of a sudden I started to feel better. So I found out I was actually getting quite dehydrated, and I'm not sure why. I thought I had been drinking, but maybe I just had forgotten. I don't really know what had happened there. So I'm being very good. I have water here. I'm going to keep ahead of my water schedule. I did not have as much caffeine this morning, as in I'm still working on my first cup of coffee instead of already on my second by now. So yeah, I don't know how I got that dehydrated that I felt that crummy. So this is my friendly reminder to you to pause and drink some water today. Don't be like me. Oh gosh. Speaking of, might be really noisy and annoying, but I am going to have some water. I have my cute little water bottle with my times and my butterflies. Try and keep me on track. Trying to stay slightly ahead of it, not too far ahead of it, but slightly ahead of it, so I even get a little bit extra since I was running on a deficit. All right, and then I'm actually going this stitch. I'm always curious what other people are working on or doing when they watch these streams. Do you stitch along? Do you have a different crafting project? Do you just like to listen? Do you do other chores? Are you working? When I watch Stitch with me, is I often go into it with one intention, and then I just end up wanting to work on my cross stitch. But that's helpful if I'm running behind on my stitches, you know, so that way I can get in what I needed. You know, yesterday I didn't get in my full amount. But I was feeling better by the time my kiddo had his game. And so I still went to his game, and I took a different piece with me. I took my other piece because it's monochromatic. It was just easier for me to focus on, because when I get headaches that bad, it really knocks the wind out of my sails. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, ugh. And I sunk my chair down today and I moved it up, so hopefully even when I start creeping the stitching towards me, as I tend to do, you'll still be able to see it now. One, two, three. This color had, wait, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm working on 156. It's the color that I currently have. It's that steely blue, steel gray blue. Although I think there's a couple that are that steel gray blue. This one is more on the blue than the steel. Wish I could have allergies just disappear. Poof, be gone. That would be real nice. Real nice. On her heel, right where I'm stitching right now. And I think, oh, no, I said I think I have the picture up for you all, although I don't look at it. But there we go. Now you can see it. Although it's tiny, isn't it? You know, I do what I can. I may need to stop and get a tissue, because nothing says live like having your nose start running out of nowhere. What did I possibly touch that I'm allergic to? Who knows? Get this animal fuzz, and I will be right back, live streaming at its finest. We'll see if that helps. Now, I might bump the camera because I'm going to pull my chair back. Oh, yeah, look at that. Riding on the ocean waves. All right. Oh, goodness. I don't know how people do this with such elegance and grace. That is not how I do it, apparently. It's amazing how easy people make this look. I wish I could remember her name. I was watching someone that I've never watched before, and she did how much stitching could she get done in 1 week video. And I don't know if that's her normal or not. She was also talking about crochet, and I think that might be her normal. but she was cross-stitching the Pokemon evolution, which I've seen several people doing. As far as I know, it's a free pattern. This cat hair, I think, is just going to stay. It is too embedded. It's driving me nuts, though. Ha! I got it. And, it wasn't so much for me seeing how much stitching she did, which was interesting. It was how she edited edited it all together. It was really well done. She had like music and she sped up her stitching so that you could see it, growing and getting bigger. It was pretty cool. I was very impressed with her editing. And I thought to myself, man, I'm sure you get faster at it, of course, but that would take so much time. She put so much time into that. Just absolutely amazing. I really don't want to run out of thread for this bottom part of the foot, but I'm going to. I can tell. This color, this 156, was all her little heel. Right over there. Her little heel. Okay, I have to be sure and mark off because this one is a little bit trickier. Skip to. That's the third one. Also, to further date myself, because apparently that's what I do here. At my son's sports ball game last night, there was a teenager who was sitting near me, and he kept talking about 6'7". I have no idea what that is. And then later, I mean, it's a thing, apparently, a pretty big thing. I've heard people mention it, but I just have no idea. And the teenager kept referring to it, so I became curious. So then I asked my son that was playing, and he tried to explain it to me. Except for I'm not entirely sure he exactly knows what it is yet either. So I need to look it up because it was about as clear as mud, thick mud. I still have no idea what it is. So, if you're in the know, feel free to tell me because I have no idea what that means. But the kid that was sitting near me was very excited because apparently his school just changed the dress code that they can wear pajama pants to school. Which, okay. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm for that or against that. Both. I mean, really, pajama pants aren't really all that different than a lot of other pants. Probably more appropriate than some pants. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about that. Doesn't really affect me much, but oh, may be able to squeak out these next 3 stitches, but there's not many left. Oh. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I had put in stitches this morning. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Anyway, well, I'll tell you where I'm at now, knowing that I've put some stitches in already. So right now I'm at 99 stitches. Take that for what it's worth. I started the stream. Well, I can't say I started the stream. Right as of right now, I have 58,858 stitches done out of 177,188 stitches total. I am 33.22% complete. I'm so close. And when I finish the stitch I'm like almost done with, I'll be at 100 stitches. So that's kind of cool. That's good at least. There we go. Number 100. Ding, 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 ding. Ring the 100 bell. I wonder if I would stitch more if there was like a little victory bell every certain number of stitches. Maybe. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get any more. I've only got 10 more stitches left, but oh, see, look at that. I just lost the thread as I was saying it. I definitely don't want to fight with it. There's so many schools of thought on that. Like, I want to put as much of the thread in as I can. I don't want to waste thread. But also, I don't want to make myself crazy trying to get stitches and, because I also know if I'm getting too close to the end of the thread, I have a tendency to pull them tighter. And I don't know if anyone else does that, but I certainly do. All right, so make sure I mark off those stitches or I will be very lost and confused. And unfortunately, when I was setting up the stream this morning, the kitten already came and visited me. Was pushing and knocking things, so I don't know if he'll be back today. All right, I have a big chunk of her leg up here to do. So I think I want to get that done, and that will make it seem like I have done so many stitches. I mean, I will have done a lot of stitches, but it just makes it go by fast when it's all in one big chunk like that. I get on these pieces because there's so many confetti stitches, and I just get so excited about an actual block of stitching. Even if it is this super light color, this is it's a gray with just the slightest hint of blue in it. It is 415. Oh, I don't have a current piece going. That's weird because it's only a couple threads. I wonder if this is, I just wrapped it up funny. No, what's happening here? Oh, this is so long. I don't normally cut threads this long. So I don't know if this was someone else's cut and I just didn't notice it was on there. Oh my gracious. Knot City, here I come. Get ready for the untangling of knots stream. No, we'll do great. We've got this. All right, 415. Look at that. It doesn't, it almost completely disappears. But when you get it in a group, it does show up. Like this is the same color. So you can see it. It does come up the very slightest, like it's gray, but I would say it's a light gray, but because it's around a lot of blue, it picks up the blue a little bit. I wonder if I were to put this light gray around a red or an orange, what it would look like. That would be interesting. An experiment for probably not me. Maybe it'll come up in another stitch sometime. I mean, heck, it could, I guess, possibly even come up in this stitch. All right, this one's being finicky. There we go. Oh boy, that's a long one. I have to look at it from a different perspective, right? I have to look at it in the perspective of I'll be able to get a lot of stitches with this single thread. All right, you're gonna have to pardon me while I pull this close probably to pin it because it's such a light color and it's being a little bit tricky. Oh, see, it already tried to knot. Let's pull it through nice and slow. Leave a loop and pin it. Add some water. Okay, pinned. First knot. Should we do a knot count on this long thread? Ooh, it released fairly easily, so that's good. Second knot. Okay, there we go. Play. Guess the knots. Guess the amount of knots I have in my knot-free streams. My naughty streams. Just realized that context probably doesn't work very well. All right. Oh no. Undo, undo. There we go, Mark. Now, where does the next stitch go? Not here. It goes right above it. So this thread is so long. Ooh, yeah. I feel like it's slowing me down just trying to pull it. That's okay. See, I thought this would be a good one to do on stream because it's a nice big chunk and I don't have to focus and count. But you can't really see it. So you're welcome, I guess. Oh. Oh. Got very blurry there. Can't decide what it's trying to focus on, I guess. It is wide enough. It would be pretty easy to lose track of which ones I've stitched. I can see it okay. As far as light colors go, it's not the worst. Because I've moved myself in, my little box of threads is kind of getting in my way. Working on her calf and her shin. I do have really good news for the doggo that I've been walking to help out my neighbor. He seems to have, he's very overweight, and he seems to have lost a tiny bit of weight going on these walks. So his owner is very happy about that. I'm very happy about that. Hopefully Doggo is very happy about that. He's so stinging cute. He's the best little doggo. I should take a picture of him one of these days and ask his owner if I can post the picture because he's just so cute. I bet it would be fun, but it's not my dog, so I'm gonna ask. All right, I'm gonna cut this tail because it's gonna be in the way. Hiya. Scissors stuck to the magnet, bingo. I think they will be just because of the nature of where I have them. I'm not, normally when it's in my hoop, I like to work kind of down in this area, but I'm working up top this time. I didn't check to see. Okay, I am going all the way across. We're good. I didn't check to see if there were any rogue stitches. Because sometimes you don't even notice them when you're just picking your next color. And then as you're going across, you try to mark it off and realize that you can't. Because some of the symbols are so close in style as well. But luckily, the symbol that I'm working on right now is just the number 2. So, but now see, I can't tell which one I'm working on. There we go. Tilt it. If they put a 5 in there, in with all the 2s, I bet you I would miss it. Probably wouldn't even notice. Interesting. Her tights are so steely gray now. I liked the blue. Give me the blue back. Give me the steely blue. And then I'll probably get to a different section. Maybe it'll be even lighter and I'll say, give me the gray back. I feel like I'm starting to get to a manageable length of thread. I could have cut it in half. Maybe that's what it was somebody had cut it so that they could do 2 strands. I don't have any pieces 2 strands, so I don't think it was me, but you never know. I bet that's what it was. I bet it was so that they could do 2 strands. All right. One more finishes out this row, but I get to keep going in this color. Oh, I get to mark off so many stitches right now. That felt good. There we go. Nice mark off. The only downside with going back the other direction is I sort of have to pay attention so that I know where the edge is. Whereas the other one, I could just go until I bumped into another thread. This one's okay. There's a stitch right here. And I'm going to right under that stitch. So Could be worse, could be worse. Flying through. I don't want to get going too fast though. I'm only at 2 for my knot count. I don't want to. Maybe that's the key. Maybe that's why I mess it up, is I post quickly and then I have to slow it down as I get closer to hitting the fabric. And I just naturally do that when it's on the top, but on the bottom, obviously, you have to guess. As you can see, I am a single-handed stitcher. I was watching some stitching masterpieces. No. Yes. Stitching masterpieces last night, and a couple days ago she posted where she was working on a dragon, which obviously I love. And at one point I had closed my eyes and I was just listening, because she doesn't talk during hers, and you can just hear the thread being pulled through the fabric or her cutting. She used to sometimes do, like, you would hear like the plastic rustle of her pulling thread out, but she doesn't do that much lately anymore, which I'm personally thankful for. But she can put in whatever she wants in her video. Anyway, the whole point of that story was to say she stitches so fast. I just closed my eyes and just listened to the sound, and it is shocking. She probably stitches like 3 or 4 times faster than I do. On my best moment, like right now, where I don't even have to think about it. And of course, she has some block stitching, but she is bebopping all over that piece within a small area. I was just like, what is happening? How is she so fast? I think I might bump the camera again. So if anybody's watching that doesn't want to see the camera move around, I might want to look away. Want to try and oh no, I was going to try and do it without bumping. You're on the boat. Had to sit crisscross applesauce for a minute. Ooh, but then it messes up my, gotta find it. Gotta find my rhythm again. Okay, this is the last stitch in this row, but I still get to keep on going with this color. I'm gonna get so far. And hiya. I know I stitched some this morning, obviously not 99, which is where I told you I was, because I had put in a few stitches. I do have to play catch up on the last 2 days that I didn't get my full amount of stitches in. My average is still above it, but it is starting to fall a little bit. And I have much harder sections than this ahead. And leaf vines. Leafy vines? How about that? So I definitely want to make sure that my average is still up. All right, in this row, I get to go all the way across. Oh my gosh, I haven't had this big a block stitching for a while. It was down in the dragon somewhere in the red part, and I like the red part of its wing, and I got that section done so fast. It was great. I was like, I'm getting done so fast, I can stitch like this all the time. And then it came to a screeching halt when I hit the confetti again. It looks pretty. It looks so pretty. Just not fast at it. Like in stitching masterpieces, she doesn't always, but she very regularly gets close to 1,000 stitches per day. And sometimes she doesn't. And I'm not saying one way or another, but I think about how far I would be if I could get 1,000 stitches per day done. But you know what? I do enjoy getting in what I get in. I still see the picture emerging and forming, so that's pretty cool. In a little bit, I'll have to show you the other piece that I'm working on, just as kind of a little break, a little breather. My husband says he likes that one more because he can see the picture better. So he's going to really not like my other piece that I'm going to start, I think. Because like I said, there is an entire page, a whole page of just black. That is crazy. At least I won't have to think about it. I don't know what I like. Would that even be a good thing to stream? I don't know. Maybe it would be satisfying to see it grow, but just a page of black, odd. I don't know. It is part of the picture though, so. I think that's why some people have chosen to stitch it on black fabric, but that comes with its own challenges, doesn't it? There is something nice about when you can see that final stitch being put in, but you guys won't even be able to see it. I promise I am working on getting the camera turned around and closer. I really do think, though, I would have to make it stable and get a stitching stand. I think I might have to do that in order to make it so that you can consistently get close-up stitching. And maybe this camera would be okay at it. Maybe. I mean, I don't think the light colors is the one to test it on. I think it might be okay. So keep the camera, just get a better angle. So I'll need a camera stand and a stitching stand, and oh yeah, another line mark off. Boom. We're still going. Who knew that big giant long thread would be so beneficial? Somebody did, but it certainly wasn't me. Can't remember to sit back sometimes. I don't know how that is for you though. Oh, I thought I got a knot, but I don't think I didn't. We're good. We're still just I did. All right, let's push this back through, or else it's gonna get crazy town. How dare you pretend that you want a knot? There's the back of the piece. Not too bad. Not neat and tidy though, but not too bad. I approach this piece very much as if it were full coverage, so I try not to stress about it too much. All right, knot count is 3. Did I miss a stitch here? Sure looks like I did. I feel like maybe I didn't. You know what? We'll just check. Not gonna hurt anything. I had not. Nope, we were good. I did not miss it. It was just, it looked very light, and you know how sometimes stitches just kind of disappear into the fabric? No matter what you do, I think it's one of those. It's just kind of disappearing into the fabric. It could be because I pulled it too tight because of that knot earlier. No, that couldn't be it. Surely it is just the nature of the fabric. It's not my fault. Do need to pay a little bit of attention how far I'm going. Okay. Because we've done her calf, and now I guess we're going up further up. I don't know. Maybe we're still on our calf. I was gonna say this is my first time ever really stitching on a humanoid, but that's not true. I abandoned years and years ago. I abandoned an angel that I was doing. UFO'd it. And if I had known anything about that doesn't look right. If I had known anything about floss tube, I would have sent her off to a different home. But I didn't. Something strange has happened. I think I missed a stitch. Look, I just do what I want here. I put them where I want. Rules can't hold me down. False. I try to follow the pattern. All right, let's see. That stitch looks done. So this stitch was not complete. Okay. We got this. We've got this. Did I pull it? I have to look because this one's being finicky. I'll look in a minute. There we go. Yeah. All right. Pulling it that close to me didn't affect it too terribly. So that's good. I think the light shifted just enough. I'm suddenly struggling to find where the stitches are. Or maybe because I don't have a blank canvas up above it anymore. Wonder when you're stitching, do you ever get that squeaky noise of it going through a thick area of threads? I just had that happen. Because there's a lot of colors on those little flower areas. This morning there was a beautiful, deep royal purple, and I was so excited to stitch with it. And then when I stitched with it, I was like, oh, it just kind of looks black. You can see the purple. You can see it. But I was like, oh. Probably if there were more of them in a group together, it would just really pop. But alas. I think there was some of that purple down in the dragon too, and there's just not a large grouping of that color. It is such a beautiful color. But there was just one or two section or stitches. So I'll take it though. I know they're there. And now you do too. Okay, I think I gotta put this one in. Get in there. This one's the last one in this row. Oh, gracious. That does not want to go through. All right, I am going to show you the other piece that I'm working on right now. My second piece. Let me mark off what I just did. Okay. So I put it on the other side. The other one that I'm working on is Mermaid. And I believe the person that designed it and charted it is Lena Ova. If I remember correctly. I don't have the full picture, so I'll have to show that to you. But isn't that fun? There's the little octopus. It comes out pretty darn well on camera. I really worried that because she suggests doing it on 14 count and I am doing it on 28. So obviously I could have done over 2, but instead I decided to go 1/1. There's a thread. So because I wanted it to be much smaller, and I was worried that this section was just going to look like a big blob. And it definitely does more than the design because it's just 1 stitch, 1 stitch, 1 stitch, 1 stitch. But it's not too bad. And overall, it'll just look kind of like a border, and then as you get closer to it, you'll notice the details. I think that's pretty fun. And I can tell down here is the water. And that's a tentacle. Not entirely sure what's happening right there. But, whatever. So I did get last night kind of to the end of the second page. So then, because the first thing I stitched was this, and then I'll just start working my way down. So isn't that cool? I'm pretty excited about that one. And the color is a kind of a turquoise, greenish blue, like turquoise is. It's one of my favorite colors. So yeah. And that one, I do have the tag still attached. So this, the dyer, it says is Weigart, and the color name is White Opal. The dyer is Weigart. I wonder where they put. Oh, anyway. So, and what I love, I get my fabric at my local needle shop. So it's Barefoot Needle Arts, and if you go and buy fabric from them, they serge all the edges. So I love that for me because I don't serge the edges and I'm terrified of them fraying. So I love that part. My pieces have been big enough that I haven't had to cut the fabric yet either. So hooray. So maybe one of these days I will work on that one on stream, but I don't know. I really do want to get this piece done in the 2 years. But it is nice to switch things up every now and again, isn't it? And I kind of work on that piece just most of the time, only when I've gotten my stitches done on this one. Or if I've just hit a frustration level with this one and need a break, I will work on that one. It is great. Monochrome pieces are great for that. So that you're still stitching, but you can kind of get that reset of color decision fatigue or, confetti fatigue. right, we're getting near the top of the page. And you watch, this isn't going to quite make it. I will run out of thread. Oh, I just undid that. I always forget. I don't always forget, but I often forget when I'm doing the stitch directly above. Based on the way that I stitch, I have to switch it up a little bit, or else I just undo the X that I just did. Because I go bottom left to top right, and then bottom right to top left. Which is fine unless the stitch is directly above it. Then I have to go top right to bottom left, bottom right to top left. I'm just saying words. But they're true. They do have meaning. All right. I'm going to take a big drink of water real fast, and because I don't want to get dehydrated again. So I'm going to mute for that. There we go. So I took a big drink of water and a little sip of coffee. Ooh. This little tune, I guess, kind of sounds like could be fairy leaves falling. I like it. I hope, I don't actually know. I hope that the music is made by a real person and not AI, but because it's in the game, I don't actually. They do have different artists listed, but of course that doesn't really mean much, does it? Because the artist can use. I've seen that actually quite a bit. The artist lists their name even though they've used AI. So complicated, isn't it? Because it's in everything. Not everything. It's in a lot of things. But boy, we're really losing something if we lose all of our creative artists. This section is so tight around the flower. And okay. There we go. Another row. Cha-ching. Oh. You know what? I'm just going to go get this random row stitch, even though it's a couple rows up, just because I want to. Although I think I just did the wrong stitch. That's what I get for trying to be clever. Oh my god, I just did the wrong stitch. Okay, it wasn't too too finicky, thank goodness. Ooh, chair creaking noises. What is this? Not number 4? I believe. No, not number 5. Fantastic. In my, obviously, I'd never get not stream. Okay, now it's in the right spot. Now we can get moving again. Yeah, see how, like, you can't really see the single stitches, but you do get the impression of it. Can see it fairly well. Isn't that interesting? Together, we are stronger than just the one. Because if I just put one stitch in of this color, I'd be saying to myself, why did I just do that? What was the point of this? But several of them, you can see the color. I wonder how many stitches this was. I should have looked at the beginning of this block to just see how many it was. I can get a rough estimate. I'm always really bad at predicting how many stitches are in an area, even though it's 28 stitches per inch. You know those guess the candy in the jar games? I never won those, in case you were wondering. So this next row is the top of the page, but I will go until my thread runs out. Look at that. I didn't think I was going to make it to the top of the page, but I did. That thread was so long. They were all right next to each other. I made it. You did it, Peter. Anybody else watch Hook? No? Just me? Bangarang. I loved that movie when I was younger. Speaking of movies that we rewatch as adults, I wonder if I would still like it as much. I have to see. I was a pretty big fan, and was a pretty big fan of Robin Williams. So my guess is I would still enjoy it. So I think I've seen everything he was in. I didn't watch all of the Mork and Mindy's. I had seen some of them. And I didn't see, well, that's not true. I didn't see like a lot of his comedy, like stand up stuff. But I watched a lot of his movies. This is going to be a tougher call because there's a couple just single stitches of this color over here on this side, but that will definitely shorten my thread, and there's a big block of it over here. But I'm going to go ahead and get those single stitches because it's just going to be, makes more sense. And then I'll come back and do any block that I can. Just makes more sense. Look at me breaking my rules on the pages. No, they need to be attached, I said. Look, self-inflicted rules are meant to be broken. Oh, okay, so that's where that one is. I have to skip this one. This one, this one. All right, it is such a light color. I don't even know, and as a single stitch, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to really see this later. I'll be like, is there a stitch there? I don't know. I can't really tell. It says there's a stitch there. Do you see that? That one stitch right there? You can sort of. It's like a shadow. It's like, is that just a piece of fuzz on there? 1, 2, 3, and then it's 4. 1, 2, 3, and it's 4. Back to the blocks. Building picture one square at a time. One pixel at a time. I have seen there is a very cute cross stitch artist. Oh, don't ask me the name. I don't know right now. That's been doing pixelated artwork, and they're just so cute. There's little like sea dragons, and of course dragons, which I love. She did one dragon boneyard that I'm remembering for some reason, even though that one wasn't my favorite. Of course, that's the title that I'm remembering. Okay, 2 more in this row. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to pay attention. Sort of. I just go to the end of the row that I already have, but it is so light that hopefully I don't breeze right on past it. I think I'll have plenty of thread to get through this row.
Oh, see, I almost spaced out and just kept on going. I think I'm at the end of the row. Hang on. Yeah. Okay, see, I was just going to keep on going. Good thing I came back to it. Couldn't tell you what I was thinking. Oh, I could tell you what I was thinking about. I was thinking, I wonder if I could schedule the streams, get off this stream and just schedule tomorrow's. Because I already know I'm going to do it. And then I started to wonder, because I've been scheduling it like an hour before I go live, but then, oh, what if something comes up? What if I have to take care of something? But you know what? I'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes. I think I have another game tomorrow. Another dungeon. Well, it's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's Pathfinder. I have another Pathfinder game. Let's see what sort of crazy antics we can get up to. Maybe it'll be a serious one. Just as long as it's not a shopping one. That's all that matters. Well, I didn't think I would just be doing one. I mean, I did another couple colors, but boy, really focused on just this one color in this one section. But it looks so good. All right, I'm coming to the end of this row. Now the question is, can I get the next row done with the amount of thread that I have? Ooh. Let's see. I don't want to play yarn chicken too much. Thread chicken? I always call it yarn chicken because I'm knitting. I don't want to play thread chicken too much because I don't want to pull it too tight. But let's see how far we get. Oh, just popped out. I think that is the thread telling me probably not a good idea. So I will do this one stitch because I've already started. But see, the thread is long enough. I can definitely do some more. It is getting a little bit mangled, I think, because I've pulled it through so often. Maybe that's the reality, is it's just getting mangled there. So I think we will go ahead and end it here because we don't want any big fuzzy mangled stitches. I don't mind fuzzy, I don't want mangled. Oh, that was so many stitches. It looks so good. I'm really excited. I like seeing progress like that. It's not very often in this piece that we get a big chunk like that. Look at that. We got all of that done. It's so good. From there, all the way up. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. Let's see.
What are we sitting at right now? Just for curiosity's sake, 197 stitches done. Let's go. 100 stitches complete. That's so good. So good. All right, now where am I gonna go? I gotta finish this leg, and there's little bits in this wing too. Now this part is gonna be tough because it is several different colors changing in literally just one line of stitches. So that'll be probably really big and bulky, but it is what it is, you know? Okay, I am just gonna start here and work down. Or should I start at her toe and work up? Nope. Choices have been made. This is what we're doing. Okay, 161. So I'm gonna put whatever this one was back. About 161. Oh, this is nice. It's a darker blue. Might actually be able to see some of the stitches. This is a nice dark blue. It definitely has gray undertones, but it is a darker steely blue. That's so bad at the description. All right, so I'm gonna put the tail over here. See how much shorter? Well, I don't know if you, but this thread is so much shorter. And the good side, I mean, I don't think I get as many knots, and you switch faster because most areas just don't have that big of a chunk that one had. I just got really lucky there that I had a big chunk for that long thread. No, don't pull the tail. Don't pull the tail. Don't do it. Okay. After all that, I almost had a knot, but I don't, so we're good. We're good. Of course, I said that last time, didn't I? And then I had a big old knot back there. Just really wants to catch this tail. So I think after this thread, I'm going to cut that tail. I always like to get the first leg in and get the second leg started. That's just and then leave it, because a lot of times I cut it when the thread's on the underside. I don't know why I didn't just now. They're not too close, thankfully. It just helps, like, because I do it the same every time, it helps me know where I'm at in my stitching if for some reason I have to set it down. Well, we always have to set our stitching down at some point. There's not many projects that you start and finish all on the same day. There are some, but I haven't done one ever. Maybe if I stitched faster. I wonder, though, if I would enjoy it if I stitched faster. Probably. You would see the picture emerge faster. That'd be very satisfying, I have to imagine. Okay, there's those two. Now, I think we are making really good progress today. I am really excited about this one. You know, though, the other day, Monday was it? I made really good progress that day and didn't even realize it. Of course, then I had to take out a bunch of stitches because I had put them in the wrong place. Oh no, fingers crossed that's not what's going on. I have such a big block, I would be in trouble if it was in the wrong place. There would be a lot of things in the wrong place if that were the case. Because I have had it, I mean, not here, not right now, this is all correct, but I have had it where I had a stitch off early on. I was basing other stitches off of it, and so everything was correct, but then as soon as you get down to connect it all, it's not working. And you're just going, what happened? Everything is lining up, and you just have to sit with it to figure out where the mistake is, and then find out, if you need to fix it or fudge it. Frog it or fudge it. The new segment of Fiber Dragon, if I ever get myself in that pickle. The new game show, Frog It or Fudge It. I really hope this one's in the right spot. I'm winging it. I'm on a wing and a prayer right now. Said I was working on wings and feet, but really I've only been working on her feet, on her legs. I'm not regretting it though. Ooh, this one has some very Muzak vibes. Hanging out on hold on the phone. That's what this song, I don't think I like this song a ton. See if we can can I pull this one up? What's currently playing? Since I don't like it, I don't really want to say the name, but if I can maybe not play it again, that'd be cool. No, I have no idea. Where's the list? Aha! What is currently playing? This one. Click that off. Disable song and playlist. I am so fancy now. Not that you could see what was happening, but winning. All right. That seemed like they were in the correct positions. Do I have any more? Oh, I've got 7 more stitches of this color. Oh, phooey. I guess that's still technically 1 block away. So we will go ahead and keep going. Drug that thread a little far, but it is still technically 1 block away. Keep the rhythm going, keep the flow going, Doing okay. Here we go. All right, I am back at her heel. I have 5 stitches and I see 4. Is the last one like down at her toe? No, where's the... Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I see it now. We're good. We're good. Oh, that's funny. It was the one that I had just done. Silly me. Yeah. Oh, my doggo's back in here. Both of them. We've got both doggos. The older doggo was already in here, snoring away if you heard her, but the younger doggo just came in. Yeah. Okay, now I put the stitch. Well, would you look at that? This is the last stitch of this color. That went much faster than the other one, didn't it? I didn't have nearly as many stitches in this color. On this page, there's more of this color. I still have 1,394 of this color. But on this page, I'm done. Actually, that's not too many. 1,300 left of 177 or whatever the total amount was. All right, this one I think is going to be long enough to save. We're going to go with it. We're going to save it just in case. Well, thank you, 161, for being such an easy, pleasant color to stitch with. Now, I have 160, its friend. Okay, so 160 is also that steely blue. This one is definitely lighter than the last one. Leans a little bit heavier into the gray, I think, whereas the other one leaned more into the blue. Although I look at it in the light, it's there it looks very gray. But to my eye, looks very blue. But then when it's just the single thread, it's gray. I would just call this gray. There it looks blue. Fascinating discussion brought to you by Fiber Tray. Feel free to chime in on how good you are at describing what colors you're working with. Stop trying to stitch in the tail, please, and thank you. Whenever I try to do that on the back, never catches it. It's just loose and floating, but on the front, it's like, oh, I should probably grab this tail. That's obviously what she wants to happen. So I pinned. I'm going to get the second stitch started, and then I'm going to cut that tail because it's already driving me nuts. Sometimes they don't, and I'm sure it's entirely dependent on which way the thread, where you're stitching and which way the thread leans. And if you've seen, every time I snip, I put it in my box. I have one little corner of this box that's just waste threads. I do not do anything fun with them. I just end up tossing them. I don't do any pretty projects with them. I'm boring in that way. Part of me wants to be more creative and do something really cool with them, but I don't. Part of me says, you have enough going on. You just keep on doing what you're doing. Oh, next to the purple, it looks very blue. Interesting. Huh. Oh, am I bumping the camera? Unsure. I'll just keep on keeping on. What am I going to do here? It's kind of splitting into two separate lines for a little bit. So I think I'm going to do the one line, go over to the other. Okay, I see the path I am taking. Whether I stick to that path, hard to say. I do get distracted easily. Plans change. We had last week, there's a sort of local to us, it's a little bit of a drive, restaurant that was giving away, well, they weren't giving away, you had to buy them, but they were specialty tiki mugs, and they were Halloween themed. And they had a Jason, you know, like in the movies. I think he's Friday the 13th. I don't know. All of the fans are probably screaming at me right now, but tiki mug, and it was really cool looking. They sold out, so we went on a Friday. They start giving them out on Mondays, so we knew it was risk. They sold out of it on Monday, on the very first day. So we did not get the fun Jason tiki mug. Sad. One day, can you believe it? We thought we had time to get the creepy drink mug. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that creepy. It wasn't gory or anything. It was just like the mug with his mask on his face. And the reason I was thinking about that, of course, because tomorrow is Friday. And I was wondering to myself if we were going to try to go get other mugs, but I don't know. We could also call them and see if there's any still available. They won't have the Jason. They'll have whatever they released this week. Which I believe were two that were not associated with movies. So, I feel a knot. False. There. Oh, yes, there is a knot. What is that? 6? Not count 6. So maybe they would still have plenty. This one looks like it's going to be a stinker. End of stream, pulling out knot. It's so strange, the culture, because, I just said end of stream. The teenager that I was sitting next to last night and my own kid will just be talking, playing games, and they're not streaming or anything. The kid wasn't last night. My kid's not streaming when he plays games. We'll say, things like, "Oh no, chat," or "What do you think, chat?" So it's just kind of become something you say even though you're not streaming. Kind of strange. I really don't want to cut this. No, things were going so well. What happened? We were friends. I may have to pull out. Okay, which way's up? I'm going to pull this out and hopefully figure out how to get this. Oh, it just popped through. That's not good. No. I don't want the knot to pop through. No. Oh, brother. Now the knot's on the front with a teeny tiny. Oh my gosh. I don't want to cut it. I really don't. Don't make me cut it. Oh. I had something going there. Ta-da! I got it. I'll be like the young kids. You see that, chat? What do you think, chat? Okay. We are okay. We're back on track. We did it, chat. I find it very entertaining. A, because nobody's watching right now. There's not a chat that I'm talking to. And B, like that it's just happening and people are just saying it in their everyday life. It is such a part of our culture now. The live streaming. And then I'm going back this direction. Getting some more definition on, well, I guess it's not quite the edge. It's right next to the edge. Kind of in the ankle area. How many stitches do I have left in this color? I have 10 minutes of streaming left. Oh, 23. There's no way. The thread isn't that long for one. Yeah, there's no way. So we'll just get done what we can get done. No satisfying color finish. But still good progress. Ooh, I almost lost the thread. That was a close one. Got caught on my finger on the back and I almost unthreaded it. Saved by like not even a millimeter, less than a millimeter of thread still in the nail. Minuscule. Okay, mark these off. I think I can do a couple more. Then we will end this thread. Unless we're like 5 stitches away from 250, and then we're going for it. Let's see, where are we sitting at? Oh, I'm at 244. Oh, this thread, I don't know if it would get 6 more stitches. Let's see. Let's see if we can do it. It's right here. Oh, I don't think so. We're gonna be so close. 1. Yeah, there's no way. It's already getting too tight. Ah, you know what? It's fun though. We were close. Gives us something to work for. Okay, I'm gonna end the thread as much as I don't want to. And I am going to go ahead and end it there today. If you do end up stopping by and watching any or all of this, I just want to say thank you for spending some time with me today, and thank you for helping me get some stitching done. Really made some good progress today. That looks so good. Here, turn it for you. Yeah, look at that. Look at her leg. Oh my gosh. And we're getting that second one coming in. So, oh, it's looking so good. Okay. What are we at? We've got 246 stitches in today. So easy peasy to get those last few in off stream. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you so much.